The Lost Inheritance by H.G. Wells. My uncle, said the man with the glass eye, was what you might call a demi-millionaire. He was worth about 120,000, quite, and he left me all his money. I glanced at the shiny sleeve of his coat, and my eye travelled up to the frayed collar. Every penny, said the man with the glass eye, and I caught the active pupil looking at me with a touch of offence. I've never had any windfalls like that, I said, trying to speak enviously and propitiate him. Even a legacy isn't always a blessing, he remarked with a sigh, and with an air of philosophical resignation he put the red nose and the wiry moustache into his tankard for a space. Perhaps not, I said. He was an author, you see, and he wrote a lot of books. Indeed. That was the trouble of it all. He stared at me with the available eye to see if I grasped his statement, then averted his face a little and produced a toothpick. You see, he said, smacking his lips after a pause, it was like this. He was my uncle, my maternal uncle, and he had, what shall I call it, a weakness for writing edifying literature. Weakness is hardly the word. Downright mania is nearer the mark. He'd been librarian in a polytechnic, and as soon as the money came to him, he began to indulge his ambition. It's a simply extraordinary and incomprehensible thing to me. Here was a man of 37, suddenly dropped into a perfect pile of gold, and he didn't go, not a day's bust on it. One would think a chap would go and get himself dressed a bit decent, say a couple of dozen pair of trousers at a West End tailor's, but he never did. You'd hardly believe it, but when he died, he hadn't even got a gold watch. It seems wrong for people like that to have money. All he did was to take a house and order in pretty near 5 tons of books and ink and paper, and set to writing edifying literature as hard as ever he could write. I can't understand it, but he did. The money came to him, curiously enough, through a maternal uncle of his, unexpected-like when he was 37. My mother, it happened, was his only relation in the wide, wide world. He's had some second cousins of his, and I was her only son. You follow all that? The second cousins had only one son too, but they brought him to see the old man too soon. He was rather a spoilt youngster, was this son of theirs, and directly he set eyes on my uncle, he began
Sample complete. Ready to continue?